Internet wasn't a thing. We were still on dial-up.
Yeah.
Still on dial-up. So like, what nobody doing all that extra stuff and posting and checking to see if you who like my posts and stuff. I'll go on there, make my page, and then the next time I get some internet, then I'll check on it and change it to the SpongeBob thing, whatever the case may be. Now it's just like I gotta post every day,
multiple times a day.
I'm not doing that. That's for sure.
Yeah, it'd be hard. It be hard out here. What they say, you know, it's hard out here for a pimp. For real.
Cause it's T, we making moves, we just might go and make the news. Brand new episode every week, yeah, we dropping heat. Got a 7 with the juicy questions, this unfiltered tea. When you sit up on this couch, you feel just like some family. There go Boo behind the scenes, he's securing everything.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Goddess 7, and this is Cuzns Tea Podcast. Today, y'all, I have a very dope guest in the building. She's very talented. I actually had the opportunity to see her perform live in person. I was right there, and when I tell you she is dope, y'all. So she's a very talented artist who has been performing for over 14 years. She recently won a poetry competition at the Competitive Artist Showcase, and she's also a travel advisor and a FAMU alumni. RUBIX in the building with your favorite cousin.
Hey.
RUBIX, what's going on, girl?
Not much. I'm chilling.
Thank you so much for pulling up.
Thanks for the offer.
Yay! So you originally from Jacksonville, Florida.
Very much so, yeah.
Yes. Can you take the cousins back to Jacksonville growing up, you in your younger days? Like, what was it like growing up in Duval?
Growing up in Duval is such a special place, child. So I always tell people, when you growing up in Jacksonville, you only know the side that you're on because it's so big. It's like you have Bay Meadows, South Side, North Side, Northwest Side, and literally everybody stick to their side. So going back as an adult, and they be like, you ever been here? I ain't never heard of it. I be on my side. If we not at the beach and I'm not on my side, I ain't never heard of it.
What's your side?
Northwest. Yeah, so I grew up like in the Paxton area of Jacksonville. I ain't gonna get the hood name, but I grew up in the Paxton area. Yeah, I went to Raines, the only high school in Jacksonville, Florida, very much so.
That's the only high school there?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
But it is.
Okay. The only one that's popping.
The only one that matters. It's a historically black high school.
Oh.
The only one.
Okay.
The original. Our rivals, they rebought. They started off on the Caucasian side. Now they think they can compete, but they can't compare. I don't go back there,
the football game everybody go to.
They have like a Northwest Classic game that happens like in the fall term of the year, but it's definitely a big thing. Jacksonville, it really just depends on what side you're on, but it's definitely what you make it. And you hope that you make it out. I know that a lot of my people that I grew up with, they never really left. So
what about growing up in your household? What was that like?
All right, so I grew up with my mom and my 3 siblings. I have 6 siblings in total, but my mom has 4 children, so we grew up together. It was fun.
Always something to do.
Always something to do. So she's a single parent. My dad was in the military, and then she has 3 different fathers. So we just kind of stuck together. My older sister was more like our mom, and we just like followed in line. We stayed to ourselves, minding our business. It was to the point that like we would talk to each other, but when we would go to school, nothing. You know how to say what happens in this house stays in that house? We took that seriously. When we would go to elementary school, we had this teacher, I'll never forget, her name was Miss Horn. And this lady called my mom for a parent-teacher conference, and she was like, your children don't talk. And my mom was like, what's the problem? And she was like, are my kids getting good grades? She was like, yeah, they're making straight A's, but they're not talking. It's almost as if they're mute. So I literally spent the first half of my life with people thinking that I was a mute, but I wasn't. I just what happens in your house stays in your house.
Y'all took
And we ain't play no games.
Talking outside.
We ain't play no games because when we did try to talk one time, it backfired. So we just shut it up. Let's roll. Y'all got goals. We had our goals. We weren't playing no games. It was like, well, this is what we're gonna do. This is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna get it done. And roll. My sister, she was the manager, and all of us was the little workers, and we just fall in line. Whatever need to be done, we're gonna get it done. We're gonna do our homework, whether it's by light or candlelight. We're gonna get it done. So we just made it shake. But I look at people and their siblings now, and how they kind of like don't get along. And I didn't realize that people don't be getting along with their siblings because we tight. We be chilling, like we be trying to meet up and stuff, but it's different when you have no choice. It's different when you have no choice but to depend on these people. So we still meet up several times a year. They come in here. We go out there. I go get their kids and let them spend my money. But yeah.
What's something you miss about Jacksonville?
Unique?
What you miss about it?
Nothing really.
It ain't nothing that you had there as a kid and you was like, dang, if they bring that back, that'll be lit.
Oh, they had the landing. The landing was like this. It was on the river where you could go there. They had like food. It's almost like the food halls that they have here. So it was basically a food hall, but they also had like some little club and these little game rooms and stuff. So, and they had like toy stores. So that was cool. They tore that down. I'm not really certain why, but if they bring that back, it'll be lit. Cause I don't really know why they tore it down.
You ever met Lil Duval?
No.
Hello?
No, but he went to Reigns.
He did? What about Julio Fulio? No? Okay, so you know in Jacksonville, like how the little rappers be having their beef. As a person that lived in Jacksonville, like how does that really affect the city? Cause you there, we on the outside watching the news.
So it's not, it definitely impacts you, but it's outside of the rappers. It's everybody. Every time you turn a corner, it's a different hood, and you really just got to tread lightly. Now, it's important to know that I left Jacksonville in 2011. I haven't lived there since. I visit once a year, maybe once every few years, so I don't go back. I love them though, you know. Yeah. But when I was growing up, like I went to Reigns, and when I first got there in like 2007, y'all ever seen what's the Clark, Mr. Clark? You know that movie? Okay, that movie. Lean on Me. Yes. Okay, so you know how they was like fighting every day, drugs and gang violence. That's how it was when I went to school in the first couple years. They didn't change their ways back to the greatness, but it was literally like we would wake up in the morning, we would go to school. This is when we used to have lockers when we first got there. We'll wake up, we'll go to school. Before the bell even rang, it's literally a brawl. The police will come in and they just start throwing smoke and pepper spraying everybody. They body slamming the kids and stuff. This is before school even started. They're literally on a 900 hall just going at it. We finally go to class. By lunchtime, they back at it. We getting ready to go home. Right before the buses load, everybody back at it. It's literally a constant just fighting. So like the rappers and stuff, they're a part of that culture, but it's everybody. Or like everybody who's like involved in the gangs and stuff. And it's literally, when you think about it, it's dumb because I kid you not, you can literally be in one hood and then turn the corner and immediately you're in another hood. And they just fighting over a street. So.
Is the Haitian community big over there? It's big in Orlando where I'm from. That's why I asked.
I didn't grow up with the Haitian community. So that's what I'll say. I didn't know any Haitians. I ain't meet no Haitians till I went to college. So they could be out there. They could be out there. But again, just niggas. Okay. So speaking of college, you went to FAMU. Florida, two most common HBCUs, FAMU, BCC. Why you chose FAMU? All right. So I was sitting there. I wasn't going to leave Jacksonville, actually. I was actually going to stay in Jacksonville because I had a full ride scholarship to a couple of the universities that was there. And my guidance counselor, she was like, you need to leave. And I was sitting there. I really wanted to go to the University of Florida, but for whatever reason, I didn't get in. I thought I was going to get in, but I didn't. And then I was sitting there. I had UNF. I'm sorry, UF. University of Florida, Florida Gators.
Oh, okay.
I thought I was going to get in. Sure did. I worked my little 4 years. I was like, I'm gonna get in.
You must was pretty smart. You had a lot of different offers.
Yeah.
What your GPA was?
It was 4.0. It was 4.0.
What? You was real smart.
Very much so. Like, I went to dual enrollment and everything.
So what made you choose FAMU?
All right, so I had all the colleges that I applied for, and I literally, it was between Vanderbilt. I wasn't going there because that was too far. Bethune, I decided not to go there because they had a curfew. And I found out at the time they was making people, like, it was mandatory to go to church. I was like, I don't want to do that. So the only other option was FAMU and like the Jacksonville one. So I was like, I'm gonna just choose FAMU. That's it.
You went to school for? What was your major?
It was pre-physical therapy.
Oh, so you wanted to be a physical therapist? Yeah. Did you ever do that when you got out of school? Why you didn't do it?
Because, honey, you got to go back to school. And by the time school got done with me, I was like, I'm done with you. I made it out. Let's stay there. Let's. At some point, it became, I didn't graduate on time. It took me 8 years to finish college, off and on. So, like, I took a couple years off, but I was doing it by myself. You know, and you got to feed yourself. You got to work. You got to do all this. And it's hard to work a full-time job and take full-time, like, be enrolled in full-time courses on top of the other stuff that life hit you with. So it took me, I got there in 2011 in the fall semester, and I graduated in 2019. So by the time I was done, I was just like, you know what? Bye. Let me get a little break. Okay, let me just enjoy not having to wake up and worry about a test.
Right.
So.
Okay. With you going to college, like, how do you think what they're trying to do with the school board will have an impact, like, on HBCUs?
Wait, repeat that, sorry.
With them trying to get rid of the school board?
It's going to have it's already a negative impact right now. I mean, they're taking away opportunities from the kids who really need it the most. They're taking it away. Like, even when I was going there, I was on like a Bright Future scholarship, and like within the next year they took it away. And like that funding and stuff, that when kids have like the scholarships and all the grants and stuff, kids from low income homes need stuff like that in order to keep them going in school, like in order to make sure that their dorms and stuff is paid for, that their meals and stuff is paid for, that they don't have to pick up a full-time job in order to sustain themselves throughout their college career. So them taking away those opportunities is only going to make it worse. And they're deliberately impacting low-income homes, right? Deliberately impacting Black people, and it's not fair.
What about when they said they didn't want to forgive these student loans, Cuzn? Because I definitely feel the type of way.
I feel some type of way right now. Is a person still working to pay off her student loans?
Yeah.
Okay. You already know how I feel. All right. You don't want to forgive me? I ain't going to forgive you for making me have to pay it. So we'll see who wins in the end. We praying for a miracle though, yeah.
Okay, girl, I understand. I feel like that affected so many people.
Yeah. And then they, especially when they did that little thing what they did with the credit, honey.
Wait, what they did with the credit?
When they
when they took it away and put it back on everybody's credit.
Nasty work. That was some nasty work. Luckily, I wasn't impacted too bad. But that was some nasty work. They was like, oh, y'all not gonna pay? And this, whatever the thing was up at, then already lifted. They was like, you know what? You're done. Put it back on there. And everybody was in a frenzy, child. It was a mess. But I think it's messed up. Like, just pay for it. No other countries is having issues with that.
Right. And then they got us all excited when they talking about you ain't gonna have to pay for the student loans, and it turned right back around.
But if it only benefited one genre of people, they would be more than happy to do it. But the more are entering these specific fields, going after certain jobs, going after certain levels of education, the more we advance ourselves, the less the opportunities are. So it is what it is, but we always gonna be all right. And that's what they seem to keep forgetting. We always gonna be all right.
It's in our DNA. Yeah, so now you in the Carolinas, cousin. Can you talk to the cousins about how you got to the Carolinas?
I had to make a decision to go. I was in Florida all my life. I went to FAMU, and then when I was there, it took me 8 years to graduate, but then I had a full-time job, so when I graduated, they gave me like an even better job. So I just stayed. But at one point in time, I quit working at FAMU, and I got a job working from home. And when I started working from home, I was like, oh, well, there's nothing tying me here. There's nothing keeping me here. And I was in a relationship. That was a little tie. But I had to come to terms with myself and recognize that I can't keep asking for the opportunities that I want in life. I can't keep asking God for all these opportunities and all these blessings and stuff, but being too afraid to move. So I was originally going to go to Raleigh, North Carolina, but then I decided, you know what? My brother, he a little schemer. He had already then moved to Charlotte, or to the Charlotte area. He would every couple of months he'll be like, "You sure you don't want to move here? You sure you don't want to move here? We can, come on, the water's fine. Like we can. He was like, we can get together. We could pay. Everybody pay like a certain amount of rent and build our money up." And then finally, I was like, you know what? I'm actually making a big transition in life right now, because at that point, my boyfriend had decided that he wasn't gonna move with me. And so that was heartbreaking, because we had lived together for like 5 or something years. So that's one transition. It's my first time moving out of state in itself. That's a whole nother transition. Then moving to a whole state, and I'm basically starting completely over. I was like, you know what? Maybe it's time for me to be around my family again, because we from Florida, but everybody packed up and moved. You know, at one point, my dad was in Puerto Rico, my mom's in Texas, my siblings are in Virginia, some of them is in North Carolina, and I'm all the way in Florida. And I had like one brother, he was like in Palaca. So I made the decision to move here so I could be closer to my family and really get to the next stage of myself, because I wasn't being the best that I could be for myself. Right. I had dreams, I had aspirations, but I was doing absolutely nothing with it. And so I just made the decision to move here, because my brother was like, well, I'm already here, so you might as well come here. What
were some of your dreams and aspirations that you had?
I'm a poet, and at so Tallahassee is a fun place because it's made for college students. But when you graduate, there's nothing there to help you move on to the next stage. So as much as I want to go and perform, and it gets boring. You get tired of going to the same events and stuff, performing, and they doing all the same stuff. There's no levels of advancement. And for me in particular, I was the teacher of spoken word. I was teaching people how to do it, but there's nobody there to feed into me. So it's like I need to go and branch out and find something that challenges me myself, instead of walking into a room and everybody's like, oh my God, like it's cool for everybody to like look up into you and stuff, but when you need time to grow, when you need to grow, when you need to get to the next level, there's nobody there. Right. And so I was like, I need to go, because I want to be a poet. I want to do other things. I want to move to that next stage of my life. Even if I don't have it figured out, I need to try. Right. So
you miss them hurricanes?
But it's not as bad as people think. Most of the time they say hurricane, it never come. Like it'll be that's about it.
It'd be the time when we be like, it ain't coming for real. That's when it come for real.
Yeah, when you think it ain't coming for real, that's when it come for real. But most of the time you get a free day off at work. And we loving it. But they still come here.
Yeah, but it ain't like that, because we inland, so.
Asheville just got torn up.
Asheville?
Last year, they got torn up.
Oh, yeah, I feel like they did something over there to make that flood. Because how y'all
they had that man there.
Yeah, how y'all flooded out over there.
They had that man there.
All the way. I've been around hurricanes all my life. I never seen nothing like that.
They told that man, welcome, come on over. Karma gonna speak for itself. You ain't gotta say
They
nothing.
had something in the mountains that they wanted, allegedly. But yeah, allegedly they did. But yeah, that was all. That wasn't no real. That wasn't like hurricanes that I grew up with. That's something that was man-made. They're not on the coast, so how could that possibly happen? But yeah. Okay, so what you love most about Charlotte?
I like the artist scene. I love it. I actually tested it out before I decided to move here, and I just love that you have access to slam teams. You have access to people who know what slam is. You have access to different venues and stuff. I like the food halls. I never seen one before. I thought it was so cool. Like, yeah, you know, you got a mall and stuff, but like Optimus Hall and stuff, I thought that was so cool. I was so fascinated.
What about the culture? What's your thoughts on the culture?
I'm still learning the culture, so I can't really speak much to it.
Right.
There's some unique characters out here, that's for sure. And particularly with like the artist culture, they not too responsive, in my opinion. I feel like, that's me in my opinion, but I feel like when I was in Florida, like you'll say you got a show or you got something coming on, everybody's hands on deck, all hands on deck. Here, I reached out to a couple artists and they just don't respond.
Yeah. I told somebody else that, like, in Florida, if you like an artist or a poet or whatever, and you're really good at what you're doing, everybody that you know, everybody from that area town is gonna be there, like they watching Future or somebody.
And it don't matter how long you've been there. It don't matter what you do. If you out here trying to be good and you in Florida, Florida is like, we got you. We got your bag. North Carolina, I have talked to people in their face and said, hey, this is what I'm doing. I just want to see if you're interested in doing it. They're like, oh yeah, here's my number or here's my Instagram. Just hit me up. You hit them up and they never even open a message. They never even respond. I don't like that. I think that's rude.
Y'all respond to Cuzn now. That's very rude, y'all.
Don't respond now. Cause I'm revengeful. I don't need you now. I'm just saying. Don't respond now. But that's the only thing that I don't like. It's a little, and it's not everybody. It's not everybody. Like Tink, absolutely love her. Absolutely love her. But, and I also, I've only been around the artist scene, so that's all I'm speaking on. I don't like that the event starts so late. Like there's CP time, and then it's what Charlotte be doing. And that be pissing me off. Like, can we get this thing going? Okay.
What about your name, RUBIX? Why did you name yourself that?
You want the truth?
Yeah.
Because the truth's not really that interesting. So one of my friends bought me a Rubik's Cube book bag, and I used to walk around with a book bag. And I was, at that time, I never had a stage name. And I was like, somebody was like, what's your stage name? What's your stage name? And one day I was like, the book bag was looking at me. I was looking at the book bag. I was like, oh, I think we got it. And that was it. A book bag. I had a Rubik's Cube book bag. That's it. That's all. I think it's fitting for me though, because I don't really, some people can categorize themselves to the type of and style of poet that they are, but I don't really have a category. I just do what I think is fun.
And Rubik's got so many different sides.
You never know what you're gonna get. They be talking about that chocolate. We're about the Rubik's Cube. You never know what you're gonna get.
Okay, cousin. So writing, you started writing as a kid. What age was you when you started writing?
I really always have been a writer. I won't say that there was like a start to it. I just always have been good at it. Like, you ever had to take the FCAT?
Yeah, I did.
So,
the FCAT was hard. Not for you, because you got 4.0, so I'm sure it wasn't that hard for you. But the FCAT was, didn't they take the FCAT away?
Yeah, they did. They did. Now they just do the state test. But when they first started FCAT, specifically on my writing, when you started FCAT like 3rd or 5th grade, right? Just straight to the top.
So you was good like with essays?
I was always good. Like they used to have us do, specifically I went to like Brentwood Elementary School, and I remember like my first memory of me being a good writer was going to Brentwood, and our teacher told us to write a essay explaining who you look up to the most. And I wrote it, and she was just so fascinated. Now, was she guessing it? Who knows? Because we had to draw little pictures and everything. We had to illustrate that thing. Who knows? But I know my essay was on that board.
Was you in the gifted program? Oh, okay.
No.
I was gonna ask you something about them gifted programs.
I always wanted to know what they was doing in there.
Girl, I be watching video because I watch all kind of videos come across, and I was seeing something recently that said when they was in gifted, they used to make them drink some type of liquid, and basically what they was preparing them for is to be seers for the government, like to be what is it called, remote viewers.
I never heard of that.
Girl, look it up. They said the gifted program was training them to become remote viewers, and a lot of kids that were in the gifted programs became remote viewers.
I always would see the gifted kids and be like, I wonder what they do. Because the gifted kids it's not filled with just the smartest ones.
It's not.
That was the thing. Because I know some smart people that was never in the gifted program. And it also matters on if your parent chose to sign you up for the program. So I'll give it that. But I used to be like, okay, well, what's so special about it?
Girl, they said they was training them. Allegedly, they said they was training them kids to be remote viewers. So I was gonna ask you, did you take the drink? Cause I seen they was taking some pink drink or something.
I ain't never heard of that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't drink it anyway. They say I got a problem with authority.
Girl, you an Aries, y'all.
Yeah. I'd be like, what's this? I ask too many questions. That's probably why I wasn't in it. I asked way too many questions.
Nah, she gonna ask us too much questions. Don't even bring her over here.
Now I was quiet. But I ask questions with I'll be like, and I'll say no for sure. I knew a lot of words. I'll be no. I was quiet, but I spoke up for myself for sure. No, we're not doing that.
Did you know as a kid that you wanted to become a poet?
No. I didn't even consider myself a poet until high school. When I was a kid, I just knew I had my little journal, my little composition notebook. I wasn't playing no games. I'd just be writing.
Did you like Poetic Justice? Because Maya Angelou had all her poems in that movie.
She did. I liked the movie,
Yeah.
Did I watch it when I was a kid? Maybe like 1 or 2 times. But it wasn't like, it's just something to watch. Saturday they watched WB-17.
Right.
Watch it on there.
So what made you tap into the poetry? What made you say, because you was always a writer, but what made you say, I'm really about to go ahead and be a poet and take it serious?
I wasn't in the gifted program, but I was in the AVID program in high school. And for the AVID program, we had to write a poem. And it was a competition. There was like, if you write a poem, they're going to select certain people from this AVID program. And if you do good, it'll go inside it. It'll be published in this book. So I wrote my poem. And
what was it about?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Something. I tried to find the book the other day. I don't know. If I find it, I'll send it to you. But I don't know. Okay. I don't remember what it was about. But I won. I got in the book. But once it was in the book, then my teacher, Miss Ford, she was like, can you recite it for us? Can you recite it for us? Can you recite it for us? And I was reciting it, and the people was getting up. The kids was kidding, the adults was adulting, and I was like, okay, y'all like this? They was like, yeah. And then I joined this organization. It was Sisters of Scholar at my high school. It was like a high school sorority. Child. I joined it, and they called me Poetic Justice. Girl,
I told you Poetic Justice was popping back then.
I'm just saying, the people don't know how to let Poetic Justice go. Every time they say a girl that's a poet, Poetic Justice, Poetic Justice. Please let it go. Please let it go. There's other kinds of poets out here. Please let it go. I embrace it. I do. But also, can we let it go? Can we let it go? So when I joined the organization, they called me Poetic Justice. And then when we had an event, because I had read my poem for the classroom, they asked me to read it at some of the events as well. And that's how I got started. I didn't find out about slam until I got to college, though. So I became a spoken word artist like my 11th or 12th grade year in high school. And then I went to college and I was like, y'all really do this. This is like a thing. I joined this organization called Voices Poetry Group. And they would take us. You ever heard of Black on Black Rhyme poetry? Black on Black Rhyme. It's an organization. His Keith.
Oh yeah, I have heard of him.
Yeah, Keith Rogers. Best man in the game.
My one of my close friends is married to one of his cousins, and she was telling me about Keith Rogers.
Yeah, Keith, he don't play no games. He really be looking out. And so he helped create our organization, Voices Poetry Group. When I got there, I was just a fan. But then I seen what they did, and I was like, I want to do that. And then I learned about Slam once I joined. And he took a busload of kids and took us, I believe, it was Arkansas.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Goddess 7, and this episode is sponsored by a couple different sponsors. So y'all already know I had to shout them all out. First of all, y'all, I got to shout out Robinson Hustle 8. Because guess what? They branding us over here. Y'all see these cute little glasses that I be drinking out of? Hold on, let me take a sip. Y'all see this? Y'all see this right here? Y'all see this cute little liquor ice bucket, whatever you want to call it? They made all of that. So if you're looking for some custom shit, make sure y'all go shop with Robinson Hustle 8. They customize all your needs. I can't forget about Q3 Designs and Things. They're also a sponsor of Cuzns Tea Podcast, and they're a branding company for us. They made us these cute little shirts, y'all. Y'all like this shit? Y'all see this? Look, you need some custom shit for your business, go shop with Q3 Designs and Things, because they're going to get y'all right. They're going to get y'all everything that y'all need. I also cannot forget about Gemini Hookah, because they keep me smoking good on every motherfucking episode, y'all. Y'all see this hookah? They sponsored that for us. They did some other sponsorship, but most importantly, y'all, they got them hookahs, and y'all know I love hookahs. Look, y'all, hold on. See that cloud? See how that smoke just come out real thick, real cute or whatever? You could be smoking like that too, y'all. Go shop with Gemini Hookah. They got these ice packs. They got these portable hookah tips. You can take this thing anywhere with you. And they got hookah candles, y'all. They got different shisha flavors. They can make you anything you want. So make sure y'all go shop with Gemini Hookah, y'all. Go get y'all hookah. Until next time, cousins. Bye.
Took a busload of kids, drove us to Arkansas to do our first slam with Southern Fire Poetry Group. And once I seen that, so
when you did your first slam, like, did you have any nervousness? Like, how did you feel on the stage?
I wasn't nervous because I thought I was it. That's what it is. Like, you be in your own world. When you with your people, you be in your own world and you really think that you at the top. And it's something that slam will knock you right back down to the bottom. So it's me, I'm out here. I had, the scoring and stuff. I was just now learning, so it was my first time. I didn't even know that the judges is randomly picked. They're not pre-selected. They random people in the crowd. So that's a whole different thing. But I thought that I was at the top. I got knocked to the bottom so fast, but I enjoyed it. I wasn't nervous though because
it was a teaching moment.
It was a teaching moment. There are people better than you, and you got to be better. I'm over here just writing my little.
How hard you practice after that?
My whole writing style changed. Everything that I thought, the notebook's gone. Don't even worry about it. Everything that I thought, it just rerouted my brain because there's a skill to slam. You got to come up with your concepts. You got to compare this to that and make it this. You know what I'm saying? And you don't do that when you just like, I'm going to just write my poem about my feelings about that one time my mom hurt my feelings. Oh, slam is like, my mom is like an airplane because she's always crashing into my heart. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what it is. It really inspired me. I was not nervous when I went to my first slam, but it inspired me to go after it. It inspired me because, man, it was my first time seeing people do group poems. Well, not my first time, but on that scale. I didn't know. The poetry world is such a quiet place. You don't really know unless you know somebody who knows.
Right.
And so it was my first time seeing people from all around, like the United States. They're all here in this one room going at it, and you got 5 people on this team, or you got people that's going up there doing it just by themselves.
What's the most poems you had to do in a slam competition?
So my first slam was on the team, and when you're on for Southern Fried, you got to do 3 poems that night, 3 to 4 poems that night. So, and there's 3 nights of bouts. So, at minimum 9 poems. I don't know how many it is now because I'm an indie poet, but at that time we did 3. It was like 3 rounds. 3 to 4 rounds, I can't remember. But a minimum of 9 poems a night if you want a team. As an indie, you just do 1. But on Team Slam, it's a whole bunch of them. Now you can do an indie poem on a team. So somebody already got something written, they can just go up and do their poem. You can do that if that's how you organized it. But there are rules that say that you have to, like, everybody has to be up there at least one time in one poem, you know what I'm saying? So that's a struggle in itself, being on a team. So I decided to just go indie. Cause
what about when you in your mood and you just trying to get your words out, and all of a sudden they be like, rewind? How that make you feel?
It depends on the night. Most of the time for me, I'm working on it. But when I go, I want to go there and I want to go home. I don't want to be up here repeat. And also, I memorize my poems. It's not like I'm reading it off my phone. I memorize my poems, okay? Sometimes I just memorized it, okay? So if I just memorized it, I'm trying to get through this because I'm past that line. People be like, rerun. I be stuck sometimes. Not all the time. Because most of the time, I go out there with something that I'm not over here testing it out on the crowd. But if I just memorized it, I'm not about to rewind. I don't rewind.
As a poet, I hate rewinding. That's why I asked you that. I cannot stand when they be like, not that I love the people, but I just want to get through.
Very much so. I'm trying to get off the stage and back in my seat.
Yeah.
Or my car, because I like to sneak out. But I don't really like to rewind. I appreciate it, so I accept it most of the time. But when I don't feel like doing it, I'm not doing it. So y'all can scream rewind all you want. You can be as loud as you want. I'm going to take this pause until y'all done talking. Yeah. And I'm going to get back to the next line.
What's some techniques you use to memorize your poems?
I run 3 threes.
What's 3 threes? So
you say the poem. Okay, so when you're first learning the poem, you break it down into little chunks. You memorize that chunk. Like if say the chunk has 5 lines, I'll memorize the first line, say it 3 times, add in the next line. Memorize that line 3 times, add in the first line and the second line, then move on and chunking it. Then once you actually have it, you have to do it 3 times without no mistakes. And then you can move on to your next one.
Because if you make a mistake, you got to start
back to the number 1. Back to number 1.
Okay.
And that's how I memorize it. Between that and I will write it down and then record it on my phone and listen to it while I sleep. But nowadays, like, I have an iPhone, so I got to find an app where I can take the recording and play it on repeat. But I'll listen to it while I'm working or whatever the case may be, and just have whatever. I have to make sure that how I'm saying it is what I want to say, so I memorize it how I want it to be said. But once I have that and I record it, I'll just keep playing it on repeat over and over and over again. Because it's just like a song, you know. When we was, back in got that thing, just sit there and keep repeating and repeating. That's me.
Yeah. Why do you think our community don't gravitate towards poetry like we do R&B and rap? Because I think that basically comes from poetry, but for some reason, poetry itself is not as popular as those categories.
I don't think poetry is as popular, one, because a lot of people be relaxed on the poems. That's my personal opinion. A lot of people don't put in a lot of effort to perform their poems. They just go to open mic with their phone and just like, this is what I have, and they read it. It's no disrespect to people who read their poems. No disrespect. But I feel like
the energy that comes
with reading your poem is different than when you memorize it. I feel like when it comes to rap, people know that if you're trying to make it, you need to be on your A game. Like, you need to have this memorized because you got to have the stage presence. And I feel like poetry is people gonna snap. If you do a poem, people gonna snap.
Ever since they seen Lil Jones, they...
And the culture has turned into one of those for every little thing. I'll be honest.
I said it too.
If you ain't good, I'm not saying nothing. I'm not snapping. I'm not clapping. I'm not coming up here to get. But we're in such a little speak poet. Like it's been sheltered. It's been babied. It's been babyfied in comparison to everything else. If you a rapper, if you a musician at all, any type of song singer, if you don't sound good, the crowd gonna be like, they not feeling you. But poetry has been babied to where people feel like it's mandatory to snap, it's mandatory to clap, it's mandatory to say something. And then the poets take it to their head and they think that that's good, and it ain't.
I feel like with poetry, you know, if you're doing a good job, if people talking while you performing, you're not doing
a good job. But see, they don't really feel that if in between other people talking, you hear people, yeah, speak poet, and somebody come out, you know, no, I feel you. You know, I had a brother that stepped on his own pinky toe one time too. You know, it's really, people support the BS. That's what it is. People be out, specifically in the poetry world, at open mics and stuff, people be out here supporting the BS. Because poetry is an emotional thing. Poetry is an emotional thing, and we're living in a culture where everybody's little opinions matter. And that has been the downfall of the poetry scene, in my opinion.
What would you say makes you stand out as a poet?
I memorize my poems. I don't stick to one style. I actually try to write different concepts, even if it end up not being good, which that's rare. But I try to, and I actually go and I watch videos of people that I think are better than me. I look and I go and I do competitions and stuff with people who are better than me, so that I can better myself. I don't stay in this one city with these same people getting my ego stroked night after night, weekend after weekend. I write new poems. This is no shade to nobody, but there are a lot of people doing the same poems in 2025 from 2014. And it's okay to do it when you having a set or something, whatever the case may be, but a lot of people don't actually try to be better than the last version of themselves. And I don't like that. I know it's supposed to be a compliment when people can say your stuff word for word, but I don't like it as a poet. As a poet, I want to go up on stage with something brand new and wow the crowd, in comparison to me going up there with something old, something I know people already know, and they just out there saying my stuff word for word. Because I have grown past my last poem. Yeah. So that's just me though.
Okay. What's your ultimate goal when it comes to being a poet?
It just depends. I want to finish writing my book and release my book. Maybe win a Grammy or something. I never really had the goal to win a Grammy. But then I started seeing that spoken word artists are getting Grammys.
What?
Yeah, they're getting Grammys, and I was like, oh, okay.
I never knew that.
It's getting bigger.
Yeah.
The scene is getting bigger for slam artists and spoken word artists. It is getting bigger. Slowly, but it's getting there. And people are they got the poet at the inauguration for the president, and now they're getting more.
I seen that on YouTube, the black girl.
And now they're getting more poet laureates for the cities and stuff. So the opportunities are becoming better. So I want to try to get out there and win some big awards, Yeah.
What's your most memorable moment as a poet? Like performing. Or just in general?
I've had some memorable moments. For me, it was probably Oh, I had one here in Charlotte. My first time performing in Charlotte actually was in February of 2024. That was my first Charlotte performance. I went to Superman's event.
Oh, okay. I heard of him.
Yeah. And it was, my brother's a spoken word artist too. They had already seen him before, but they hadn't seen me because I just moved to the area. And so they didn't really know what to expect. And it was fun being up there, like having my brother get up there and go hard, and I come up there, they have no idea what they expect, and I go up there and I do the same thing. And they're like, oh no, it runs in the family. So those are my favorite moments, when I get to like kill it with my brother. Like he on fire, I'm on fire. And then
what's his name?
His name Derek Lee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's my favorite part, just getting up there to go up there with my brother. He was there at the, he was a part of, he did the poem about his mama.
I don't remember.
Like, I hate black eyed peas. Okay. He was there though. I'll show you a video.
Okay. Hey Cuzns, it's your girl Goddess 7. And listen, this commercial break is actually sponsored by me. Y'all make sure y'all go to Amazon and get this manifestation journal. 369 21-day manifestation journal. I'm gonna help you manifest all of your dreams, everything that you're inspiring. I'm gonna help you get there. I'm gonna guide you in this journal. Make sure y'all go check out Amazon Prime. The link is in the description. Go get your journal. Top 5 poets. Who on your list?
Jessica Allen, Asia Sampson, Roddy.
That's 3.
Me. I can't do that. My bad. I love myself. Okay, Jessica Allen, Roddy, Asia Sampson, Alyssa Harris, and Black Chakra.
Okay. What you like about Black Chakra?
You know I'm a fire sign. That man, he can bring it. He got that. Black Chakra, a battle rapper in my head. But he's the most battle rapping poet I've ever seen in my life. And he be killing it. He be killing it.
I ain't never heard of him, but I'm going to definitely go look him up.
If you go on YouTube and watch his, I'm going to show you. I'll show you. His poem is like fire. Literally.
It's called Fire?
It's not called Fire. It got the word fire in there. But I'm telling you, your face, you know how people make that the whole time. He was like, I already earned my respect. Now I got to earn my respect. I was, you got it, coach. If I was something against him, you got it. I'm just here. I'll just be on and off the stage. But I know you won this already. He is so nasty. I absolutely love it.
What about collaborations? If you could collab with any mainstream artist, you doing a poet while they singing their song, rapping their song, which artist would it be and why?
Jasmine Sullivan, because it's Jasmine Sullivan. My name's Jasmine, your name Jasmine, like her last name Sullivan, mine Stevenson.
What did it be called? JS?
Literally. Or it could just be Jasmine. Jazz. Okay, because our names spelled a little different. But I got Z's, she got Z's. We can make it shade. Okay, it won't be slept on.
What you think it'll be about?
I don't know. We talk about me and we can talk about anything. She's diverse, but I mean, she can put me on her last album. We can have a little album special. I absolutely love her though, so I can definitely make it shade. I like Chance the Rapper too. So.
I like Chance.
Chance the Rapper?
I like Chance the Rapper.
Yeah, I like Chance the Rapper. He's definitely creative. I like his cadence too. He be eating that thing down, so I feel like I can definitely fit in with that.
Okay. You got a show coming up, The Sun Above the Rain Clouds, a spoken word experience. Can you talk to the Cuzns about that?
So, you want to know about the title?
About the show.
Okay.
Well, is it your show? Or
it's mine. It's
it's your show?
Yeah.
I want to know about the title.
Okay, so don't laugh at me. Okay, I'm so serious when I say this. I went on an airplane. Okay. It was raining on the ground. It was raining real bad. I went on the airplane. We get up in the air. And you know, after you get up, after you get up to a certain height, you're above the clouds. And the sun was just there shining. And I was just like, man, how many times have I lived my life thinking that the sun was never gonna shine? And the whole time, it's just been up here. It's been covered up, but it's been here the entire time. And it's like, there are so many storms that we go through. And imagine if we hold on to the fact that the sun is still there, that it's still coming, and that the storm is only temporary. If we hold on to that, we can get through all of the troubles a little bit faster. If we hold on to our faith in that. So my show is actually after my book that I'm writing called The Sun Above the Rain Clouds. But prior to that, it was called Working It Out. And it's about the repressions that I've had in my life of like suppressing my feelings, my thoughts, of things that I just simply don't remember from childhood trauma. And like being intentional about my healing process, being intentional about paying attention to certain patterns and stuff that I've only had simply because I've had to be a survivor, and learning how to undo those patterns no matter how much it hurts. And also learning how to have faith in that in itself. Recognizing that it doesn't feel good, but I'd rather not feel good. I'd rather that it hurt now than for me to get 5 years later and it's still hurting at the same capacity. And also understanding that there are some things that you're never going to get over, but they get easier. You know, you're always going to have certain traumas and stuff that are just triggers for you, but how you deal with the trigger is the difference. And so my show is about how I've dealt with certain triggers, certain situations, certain things that have happened to me in childhood, as an adult, in college, or whatever the case may be, in my dating life, working on my weight loss, dealing with parents and family, how I've learned to always see the light in every single moment of darkness that I felt.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so we're gonna get lit.
Okay, and y'all got a fundraiser going on. Can you tell the Cuzns about how they can donate and how it's gonna help the event out?
Yeah, so you can donate on my page. It's rubix.info. You can buy your ticket to the show, The Sun Above the Rain Clouds. It's September 13th at the Blumenthal Stage Door Theater. You know, that's kind of a big deal. It's a real big deal.
Right, because I got to ask you about that next. How did you even get that venue?
So my brother actually had his show last year. His show was on the way. So he kind of like made the path, which made it a little bit easier for me. But you can really just go to the venue and be like, hey, I want to book this venue. So he had it, and then I performed at his show, and then I turned around and was like, you know what? I think it's time for me. Like, I think it's time. Because the last show that I had was in Tallahassee. And I'm like, you know, and at first I was like, I'm not going to do it because, you know, I don't know a lot of people and whatever case may be. Do you have to
pay them in advance, or they get paid
you
from
pay
the
the deposit.
Sales?
You pay the deposit, and then about 2 weeks prior to, they check your ticket sales, and whatever you didn't, that's not gonna be my story, but they take the money from the ticket sales to pay the rest of what you owe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but if you didn't make enough, then you'll pay the rest out of pocket.
Oh.
Yeah. So I got the fundraiser out there, but the show is happening. Point blank, period.
It's happening, period.
It's happening, period.
No matter what.
But, you know, if I get some coins back for the coins spent, you know, we can make it shake.
Okay. A travel advisor. You also a travel advisor. Like, what got you into that?
I was going on these trips in 2021, you know, when the world was closed, but it was getting ready to open back up a little bit. And I planned my trip to Colorado for my birthday, and I made these little folders and stuff and left it on everybody's bed, and I had all this stuff organized and all the other stuff. And
like what the stuff y'all was gonna be doing?
To a T. Like, I did a lot of research. We had the times that we was going. I like to lie to the people, give a little extra time. Like, if I say it's at 5 o'clock, it's really at 5:30. But y'all know us.
That's how you gotta do.
Cause I don't play about being on time for the things I paid for. I'll be a little late if I ain't paid for it, but the people be playing. And you know, some people play a little too hard. You know, you say 5 o'clock, they ain't done till 6. So what are we doing? And I don't like being one of those people like, hurry up, hurry up. I don't like to ruin a trip. So I like to plan it in advance. I'm gonna send you the link for the restaurant so that you can pick out your meal in advance, or at least get an idea of what the price is so you can prepare your coins. Okay, I want to send you the ticket. We're gonna buy everything that we need to buy a month in advance, so that when we get our next paycheck and we close to the time to travel, we can use the money on whatever we're doing when we travel. And so I did all of that. I planned out our activities. We had our little concepts, because I went to FAMU, so we have to have concepts of what we're going to wear. And I planned it all out. My stepmom was like, man, you're really good at this. You should be a travel agent. And I passed it off. Like, what are you talking about? I don't even know what a travel agent is, for real, for real. Like, I know, but I don't. And I passed it off. But then I went on another trip a couple weeks later to Puerto Rico. And I did the same thing for my friend. Here go my stepmom again. Man, you're really good at this. You should be a travel agent. And then, like, a week or so later, I went one more place, and she said it again. You should be a travel agent. And I was like, you know what? Not only did she say that, though, she was like, one of my girlfriends is a travel agent, and she can put you on. And I was like, okay, well, I'm already good at booking trips. My friends, they all rave about it. So I'm already good at it. So I might as well make money from it. I might as well, because I found out, like, I can get commission back from the trips that I take in itself. You know, it's not just about booking trips for other people or bringing other people on, but I can get commission on the trips that I take as well. So she said it, so I'm going to attest to my stepmom telling me 3 times that I need to be a travel agent, because I'm a little hard-headed. I don't listen the first time.
You just started out doing it.
You know, I just started out doing it. She was like, you could make money from this. And I was just like, okay, girl, I got stuff to do. I'm trying to graduate. But I mean, I already graduated, but I was like, I got stuff to do. I'm trying to do all this other stuff. But okay, we'll see.
Okay, so summertime here, Cuzn. Any cousins looking to travel outside the country right now? They want to go to a really nice place, but they want it to be cost efficient. What places would you recommend?
The first place that I recommend is the Dominican Republic, because a lot of people like to go to the Caribbean, and the Caribbean is always almost any place in the Caribbean is the cheapest place to go. That's my niche anyway, but I will go to the Dominican Republic because the prices stay low year round. Like, my sister, she called me up randomly in February and was like, I want to go somewhere in October. I already knew to go to that place because the price was under $1,000 for her. So yeah, that's the #1 place that I'm trying to send, that I would send somebody to, the Dominican Republic.
I see a lot of people moving to Thailand. What's your thoughts about going to Thailand as a travel advisor?
Like, just to visit?
Yeah.
I'll go anywhere. I'm gonna go anywhere, almost anywhere. I'm not going to Utah. Or any of those places.
Have you went to Thailand before?
No. I've sent people to Thailand. So it's cool. I would go. I wouldn't live in Thailand, me myself, but I would visit for sure.
The tsunamis and earthquakes.
It's just not for me. Yeah.
I don't know why. You look on TikTok, everybody recommend.
Yeah.
I'm moving in Thailand. I only pay $25 for rent.
Yeah, that is true. It is true though. It's like, once you see, they got this little scheme where, like, you have to buy certain things on this side, but once you get out there, the coins do last quite some time. But it's the same thing with, like, Japan and certain other areas in the Caribbean. Like, you can stretch your coin at the US dollar for now. You can stretch it pretty far. But as far as living there, it depends on the place in Thailand, really. But as long as I can find, I'm an outskirts person. I don't really like being in a busy city. Like, I'll be on the outskirts. Let me be near the highway.
What would you recommend if they going to Thailand, like a good vacation spot?
Most people go to, like, pardon my pronunciation, most people go to, like, Phuket or whatever. That's a nice place. I'm a beach baby though. I like to be near the water, so that's where I'm gonna go. So you can really go anywhere in Thailand though, because it's a different culture. But I will go there because you have access to, like, the beach and stuff. So
okay. And you said it's cheap for now. Why you say for now?
I mean, you see what's going on.
That might change soon, huh?
Yeah.
The way the government set up.
Yeah, and you see that man over there every 2 seconds. He like, and we're adding this country to the block list. And you see what's going on. You see them. I don't know how long it's going to last. And you get it while you can, okay? Yeah.
You got 3 more years. 3 more years. I don't know. And they out of there.
I don't know. You see what he done did in how many months? Okay.
One of those things he did ain't even gonna be in effect in 2028, sir. You gonna be out the way out the door.
That man about to find a way. If them ankles don't catch him first, Okay, if them ankles don't catch him first,
Or
that
them
man gonna
veins,
find a
because
way.
they just say he got the vein disease,
You
allegedly.
seen his legs swole up. Okay, if they,
They say what goes around comes around. Y'all done did Joe like that when he got sick. Now you over here sick. What about cruises?
What about him?
You book them? What's your best cruise line you think to book for people?
If it's for an adults, I would do Virgin Voyages. If it's for a family, I'll do Carnival because it's cheaper. I'll do Carnival or Royal Caribbean. Nah, I heard we're not booking Carnival no more.
Because they don't want us to have it. Why they canceled them fans, Cuzn?
Honey.
And boots on the ground. What the boots did to them?
Honey.
Because them other people ain't coming back since the poop ship, whatever it's called on Netflix.
So it's not going to last long. We all know it's not going to last long because they deliberately attacked the people that have supported them the most.
Why do you think they doing that though?
It's the same reason why they do everything that got something to do with black people. Because they don't want us to have no fun. They don't want us to be happy. They don't want us to travel. The more black people travel, the more opportunities they take away. The more black people succeed, the more they try to attack you. The more black people build up their own communities. Because we literally the only ones going to Carnival right now. The other people left when that cruise ship was in the middle of that ocean with all that pee and poop and all that stuff coming down the walls. They ain't going back over there no more. I'm glad they done went to Royal. Hey,
Royal Caribbean nice too though.
They
Real
are.
Nice.
They are. And they're Royal Caribbean. They have a lot of sales where they'll have like you can get your 2 kids in for free, or like buy today and get 70% off of the second person coming. So Royal Caribbean is a good deal. I think that price-wise, Carnival was always more fitting for people with bigger families overall, because you can pay $800 and get 4 people in the room. Yeah,
what's that other cruise ship called? The one that be going up north a lot.
You talking about Norwegian?
Norwegian. What's your thought about it?
It's expensive.
My aunt just went on Norwegian. She said she never going back.
Because a lot of people...
She was like, oh, they was...
We like to have fun.
Jackson.
We like to have fun. That's why we went to Carnival. That's why we go to Carnival, and we'll mess around with Royal Caribbean a little bit. We like to have fun. When we hear cruise, we hear music, we hear lit, we getting turned up. The other cruise lines is for excursions. It's for yes, I just came. You know what I'm saying? It's for relaxing. It's not meant to be lit. It's meant to be relaxing. It's meant to say that I traveled to this particular location and I went. Norwegian specifically, they do have some trips to where they're like 3 days, 5 days, but a lot of their trips is like 7 days, 10 days, 2 weeks, you know, whatever the case may be. So those are meant to travel. Those are meant to see the world and actually relax and enjoy. Black people trying to get in and get out and off that boat. Yeah. We trying to turn
all I need is 3 nights.
Okay.
4 days, 3 nights.
And be done.
And I'm good.
And be done. They trying to turn up, sip a little drink, shake a little leg or 2 or 5 and going about their business. So it's not meant for that. It's meant if you're trying to go on a voyage, then go to all the other ones.
Okay, you had a performance at West Charlotte High School. I saw that on your page. It said West Charlotte High School. How did you get that opportunity? Because you scratching your head like, did I?
Nah. I'm trying to figure out how you found out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did. Sir Abstract, he posted on Instagram.
Oh, okay. I know him too.
He posted on Instagram. He was like, I need 3 poets. I was like, I sent him the eyes. I'm not playing. I sent him the eyes. I'm like, what you got? And it's me thinking, I didn't know it was going to be outside.
You thought it was in the gymnasium?
I thought it was going to be inside of well, I didn't know where it was. Actually, I said yes because I'm in my yes season. I can't say no to things. That's how I ended up with. That's how I ended up at the competition, the competitive artist showcase. I can't say no to things because they go directly against what it is that I'm actually trying to do in life. So when I seen his post come up, he was like, "I need 3 poets," and I was like, "Well, I'm a poet," so I thought it was gonna be at the Nat. The Harvey B. Nat, that's where I thought it was gonna be, but surprise,
It was outside.
It was cool though. The people was lit.
The lady in the audience said she wanted boots on the ground.
She wasn't playing no games. She said it multiple times.
I want boots on the
And she was
ground.
like, but after this, right after this, I want them boots on the ground. I was like, y'all heard it now. Because she making eye contact with me. She could have chosen any time to do this, but she waited till I was up here. So clearly I have to advocate for her. Did you hear her? Yeah. Okay. All right.
And what them fans at?
They played it though. They played it after. I made sure to get out the way just in case they didn't know. But yeah, Sir Abstract, he definitely hooked us up with that opportunity right there.
The DDA Tink event, again, I got to see you perform there. Did you go into that event knowing you was gonna win? Because I know you said, like, when you used to do the slams, you had to tone it down a little bit.
I didn't know what to expect. My brother actually hit me up about the opportunity because Tink had went to him and was like, you know, we need you to find a poet, and we need Swab to find a poet, and y'all are gonna be a team. So I didn't really know what to expect. When she was like, yeah, you're gonna go against hip hop artists, I was like, so you about to have us battle rapping? Cause I don't battle rap. I'm not no off the dome person. I mean, I can have some nice little one-liners, you know, but it take me a little time to get there. So I was like, I don't know about this. I was like, are we going to be battle rapping though? And she was like, no. And I was like, okay, now what's the time limits, whatever. So I didn't go in there expecting to win. I went in there expecting not to be at the bottom though, because I know me. You know,
I would not be at the bottom.
Yeah, I'm not going to be at the bottom. I'm not going to be out in the first round. That's for sure. We're not going to be there. But I didn't know what to expect. And also, the crowds be different. You never know what you're going to get from the crowd until you get there and you see what the crowd is doing. So I just didn't know what to expect. And also, I'm new to the event scene here. And so, you know, people be having their favorite artists. People be having, and so they will support them a little louder, you know, even regardless of what they say and what they do. They support them a little louder, so. I didn't know what to expect, but I was like, okay.
What's your favorite crowd to perform in front of? Because you say the crowds be different.
I like slam. I like the slam crowd because they know what they expect. They know not to be out here like slam crowds don't let nothing slide. They don't play no games. They will boo the judges. They'll boo anybody. They not playing no games. It's like slam crowd is like the Apollo. They loud. They with you when they with you, and they not with you when they not with you, and they don't play no games. And those are my favorite kind of crowds. Like,
because you know it's gonna be a true, honest opinion.
It's gonna be a true, honest opinion, and they're gonna give you their energy. Slam crowds, the people that be in the slam crowd, they actually pay attention to what you're saying. They're not there just to get drunk. They're not there, you know, just for a girls' night out. They're actually there to see the poet. In comparison to like going to an open mic, some people just there to chill or to go up themselves and just get their ones off. But when it comes to a slam crowd, you're not gonna hear a lot of people talking in the background and stuff. The audience is like dead locked in. They just like they with you. They with you from the very beginning to the very end. And those are my favorite kinds.
What about your favorite type of poetry to perform?
You talking about a style?
Yeah.
I mean,
love poetry about your life.
I'm not a love poet, but I do like most of my poems are actually about my life. It's just said differently. So I guess you would call me a lifestyle poet.
Is it any type of poetry you dislike? Like, nah.
I don't like love poet.
You don't like the love? Why you don't like the love? Cause
I don't really like the love sex poems. It's not for me. I feel like there's only so many ways you can say certain things so many times. And also, this is all shade. I feel like a lot of guys dominate the erotic poet scene. But they only dominate it because they be lying. They be lying about what they have to offer. And they be lying. They be lying, and then they be doing it with the wrong intent. Like, you're not an erotic poet because you're good at erotic poetry. You're an erotic poet because you think it's going to get the girls. You think that if you go up there and say, yeah, I got a big such and such and girl, I know how to rock your world, you think that the girls are going to be like, like, that's what they think that they going to get, and it aggravates me.
Oh, because that's what they be thinking.
That's what they be.
Okay.
You be in there. You see. I'm lying. Y'all ain't hear her say I'm lying. I'm lying. Mm-hmm. That's what they be doing, and that's why I don't like it. And then they come up there week after week with the same poem.
They do.
The same poem.
Because when you said that earlier, it gave me a flashback. Because I went to an event before, and I used to be like, didn't they just say that last week? And the week before, and the week before? And then you could tell, like you said, like, child, he know he lying.
Very much so.
That is a lie.
You can tell the people that be lying. The people be lying. And I'm going to leave that at that. And I don't like really being in a room full of liars. So I won't go.
Okay, so you posted that you're going to be a traveling poet again. What made you decide to want to get back to traveling?
Oh, I never stopped traveling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Whether I was doing poems when I was traveling, that was the difference. So I'm actually getting back into traveling and finding events that have poem opportunities for poets and stuff, so I can go out and
get your name all over the United States.
Yes.
That's dope.
Like I got a show that I'm doing in Jacksonville in August. I'm going out there for that. It's actually a slam.
Oh, I seen that. You said you going back home.
We're going home.
You ready? Okay.
Are they ready? I don't know. I might get beat up. You know, the people, when you come home, they might get me. They might get me. Hopefully they get them tickets, but you know.
Get them tickets, not her.
Get them tickets, but I'm excited because I've never slammed in Jacksonville. I performed in Jacksonville. I did a couple productions with a couple people, but I haven't actually slammed, so that's going to be fun.
Have you ever dated any other poets? What was that experience like?
I don't advise it. That's the camera. I don't advise it. Don't date a poet. Don't date nobody who's in your same art. Just don't. Like if you're a painter, don't date another painter.
What's one con about it?
It's just they think they can slick you with the words. And I only date men, so I can only speak on men. But they be trying to manipulate you. And then they be trying to get the attention of other girls at the same time. Yeah. So I wouldn't advise it.
Okay, so Cuzn, you recently went through a weight loss journey, and recently you posted, it was about a couple weeks ago, you said, I forgot how far I've come. I'm afraid I reached my limit. I have body dysmorphia. I don't recognize this as my body at all. I hold on to old clothes, afraid that I'll need them again. I buy new clothes in the same old sizes. I'm ashamed when I miss the gym. Sometimes it's not discussed enough how eating right and going to the gym aren't bulletproof cures for PCOS. So, and then you said, if you're on your weight loss journey or living with PCOS, this is to say that I understand what isn't said. You got this. Was that a poem, or that's like something that you would
just be writing sometimes. Okay. It's not a poem, but I had for that actual post, I think I had the orange dress on, but the two, like one was 2021, or 2023, and then the other one was this year. And it was I have PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's not really discussed much. Or now it's starting to come out, and everybody has these little stupid commercials, and it's just like, do you have PCOS? We can get rid of that hair. And like people think that PCOS is you just growing hair in places that you're not supposed to grow it, and that's not the sum of PCOS. PCOS, you have hormonal issues, you have like, it can lead to depression, it can lead to like low energy, it can lead to extreme weight gain or extreme weight loss. Like it's a never ending battle, and there is no cure for it right now. There is no one particular medication that you can take that will make all of your symptoms go away.
So when you say I have body dysmorphia, that's what you're talking about? I'm
more so speaking to the fact that I can look myself in the mirror and literally not see my own changes. I can look myself in the mirror. I could have lost 200, 300 pounds. I can look myself in the mirror and still see all the weight on me. Sometimes. Okay. So any cousins who might be going through that could relate to this, like what advice would you give that cousin to help them try to overcome that situation? the most important thing is to take pictures. You have to document. The thing that has helped me, because when you're on your weight loss journey, it's easy to give up when you don't see the changes. It's easy to give up when you don't feel the changes, when you don't see the changes, and you don't know the changes that are happening. So the most important thing to do is to document. Every time I got weighed, I wrote my weight down and I kept it. I didn't, at first, the first couple times where I tried to lose weight, I was just like, oh, I'm not gonna make note of how much weight I'm losing. I'm just gonna do this to feel healthy. But it ended up backfiring. I didn't stick with it because I couldn't see my changes. I couldn't, and so document, write down what your weight is, when the weights are changing, but also take pictures. Taking pictures has helped me stick it out the most, because if I take a picture this month and then follow up and take a picture the next month, I can visibly see the changes. And wear the same clothes. Wear the same clothes
when you take the picture.
When you're taking the pictures, because if you wear the same clothes, you can see the difference in those clothes. In comparison to, I'm wearing a t-shirt this time and I'm wearing a sports bra this time, you're not going to see the changes. You know what I'm saying? So wear the same clothes, because you start to feel different in those clothes as well. Like once I started seeing the numbers go down, then I accepted the fact that I was losing weight. And then I started seeing the differences in the pictures. So I started seeing that I was actually losing weight, and that helped me feel like I was losing weight. And then I also got to start seeing it in my clothes and stuff, because I kept up with it. So definitely documenting is the best thing to help you get through your weight loss journey. And then also give yourself an ultimatum. Like, I gave myself the ultimatum, like, I don't care what it is that I do, unless it's an emergency or I have something going on in which I cannot get to the gym, I have to go to the gym 3 times a week.
3 times a week.
3 times a week.
How long you been? An hour?
An hour. All right, listen, I ain't one of them people. Get me in, get me out. You coming in, and that's why I prefer to work out by myself too. I'm not in here to play. Some people be in there just in the gym way too long. Okay? Get out. But give yourself an ultimatum of how many days you're going to work out, and you have to set a plan. You have to have a plan for what you're going to eat, and you have to find yourself healthy alternatives that you actually enjoy. Because you're going to fail if you don't set yourself up with an eating plan that you actually enjoy. Not a diet, but you have to have something that's sustainable. Like, I'm still using the same eating habits that I was using when I first started my weight loss, because that helps me stay in the game about it. It's like, once you lose the weight, you also have to, even if you're still losing, you still have to know how to maintain as well. And a lot of people end up gaining the weight back because they don't have a plan for afterwards. They do all these diets and stuff that's not long lasting. You don't want to do something that's not long lasting. You want to say, okay, I can eat all of these things and know that I'm still either going to maintain the weight that I have, or I'm going to assist my weight loss journey by eating this. So I have a list of things that I eat. I got a list of no's that I'm not going to do.
What's one thing on your no?
I don't do fried foods. Yeah, I don't do none of the fried foods. If I eat fried foods, I'll eat the fried foods maybe once a week. Not even a week. I'll eat it once a month or whatever the case, but I don't do no fried foods. I don't do high sodium items. And I don't eat out much. Like, I will eat out on the weekend, but I meal prep on Sundays. And when I meal prep, I have my meals planned for the week. Not just lunch, but I also have what I'm going to eat for breakfast, what I'm going to eat for lunch, what I'm going to eat for dinner. That way, when I have my plan, it's easier for me to stick to it.
How long it take you to meal prep?
Couple hours, maybe like 3 hours or so. I myself, the girl lives alone, so I can do what I want. But I have like these protein shakes that I drink, these vegan protein shakes. Then I have what I actually cook for my meal. I'm the type of person, as long as it's good, I can eat the same thing over and over again. So there's like these little salads that I get from Publix. I can eat those whenever I need to eat them. But when I actually cook, I'll cook for breakfast, for lunch and dinner, so I can eat that throughout the week, Monday through Friday.
And then you have the shakes for breakfast?
Yeah, I have these little shakes. I'll have like my fruit, these little fruit pouches. I have a hard time eating fruit. My brain I will bring it with me, in my lunchbox and just not eat it. But I like the little fruit pouches that's almost like applesauce. I can take them things down.
So like the little half a circle, the with the plastic top on them.
Yeah,
like the little Dole's fruit cups.
Not the fruit cup, but it's literally like a pouch. They have them for babies too, but they got some for adults. I be on the adult ones, but yeah, losing weight is about doing what works for you. Find the things that work for you. Find the things that are fun. If you have to struggle doing it, you're not going to keep up with it. So do what works for you. Eat what works for you, but just make sure that you're paying attention and being mindful to it. And try not to do everything at one time. When I first started my weight loss goal, it wasn't, I'm gonna drop everything and drop all this. It wasn't that. It was just, my first goal is to just go to the gym. Once I conquered going to the gym for those first 21 days, then I said, okay, now I'm going to meal prep. Not focus on low sodium and high protein, all that, none of that. Just start. Once you get into your zone for whatever it is that you added, then you can add something else on. But that's what helped me keep up with it for so long.
That was some good advice, cousin.
Yeah, I got you. And if you need help, you call me.
Okay.
You
call cousin, y'all. So what can the Cuzns expect from you this year, 2025?
You can expect my show, for one. My book at the latter end of the year. I'm definitely going to be on the scene more. At the shows, out of town. I like to travel, so I'm be out of town. I can't say I'm be in Charlotte for all these shows, but I am increasing my visibility in terms of going out, and I'm working on social media. You find it hard? I hate posting.
I do. I don't like it. I only post because I got to with the type of business that I have, but other than that, no, I don't like posting.
I'm working on posting.
I just recently found like a little technique that made me a little more comfortable with it, because it don't take so much time out of my day. But girl, no, I hate posting. I'm not a social media person. Yeah,
I'm not a social media person either, but I'm trying. I'm doing the best I can. But I'm also a millennial, so we didn't grow up with all the social media and stuff for the first half of our life. We didn't get it till like high school, so it's just like,
that
man,
was like MySpace days,
and you wasn't on there all the time because you didn't have Wi-Fi. Internet wasn't a thing. We were still on dial-up. We were still on dial-up. So like, what am I doing all that extra stuff and posting and checking to see if who liked my post and stuff? I'll go on there, make my page, and then the next time I get some internet, then I'll check on it and change it to the SpongeBob thing, whatever the case may be. Now it's just like I gotta post every day.
Multiple times a day?
I'm not doing that, that's for sure.
Yeah, it'd be hard. It be hard out here. What they say, it's hard out here for a pimp. For real. Okay, so this is the last question. I ask every guest this question. What's one thing that you want the world to know about you?
I am not, I don't know. I really don't want them to know nothing. My business. Let me stop. Well,
that's one thing.
I got a big heart, and a mind that matches.
Big heart, big mind, 4.0. Okay. Before we get up out of here, let the Cuzns know where they can find you at.
You can find me on Instagram at itsrubix_, on YouTube at itsrubix, or you can go to my website at itsrubix.info.
All right, Cuzns, make sure y'all go check Rubix out. Dope individual, dope poet. Go see what she got going on. If y'all in the area, make sure y'all go get those tickets. I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in every week. I appreciate y'all, Cuzns. I love y'all. For the new viewers, make sure you subscribe so you can get this great content every week too. Until next time, Cuzns, bye.
Hey, it's me, Rubix, and I had an amazing time at the Cuzns Tea Podcast. We had a lot of fun. We was cackling. I love my fellow Sagittarius, okay? So yeah, y'all make sure you check it out, subscribe, like, all of that.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Viano. Check this out right here. I think this might be the one.